Rob, there's big news coming out of the NFL. Dak Prescott, who had a great regular season, I thought the best year of his career.
Except when it mattered most.
Yeah, exactly. He is up for a new contract extension that the Cowboys, I mean, if they're going to keep him, they have to do essentially so they can, move some money around and have some money to give to Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb and some of these other guys. But the report says, and Rob G, correct me if I'm wrong, that Dak Prescott, Rob, wants $60 million per year. Now, Joe Burrow currently is the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, making $55 million a year. Rob Parker, what are your thoughts?
No way, no how would I give Dak Prescott $60 million. I don't care, Chris, if he's in line for it, and we know how it goes. It's all about when your contract's up, and the next guy is usually the highest paid guy. But at some point, you got to buck the trend. If you're the Dallas Cowboys, you got to say, we're not paying you that. Can we put on the film of the playoff game you had against Green Bay, that debacle, and look at your postseason record and look at the years that we've lost postseason games at home and struggled offensively? We're not doing it. And if you want to stay a part of the Dallas Cowboys and you want to keep making all that endorsement money for being a quarterback on the Dallas Cowboys, you're going to give us a Texas discount. What do they say, Chris? Everything's bigger in Texas, including a discount when you stink in the postseason. The Cowboys and Jerry Jones should demand a discount from Dak Prescott. And Micah Parsons, please, stop it. Other than Patrick Mahomes in the AFC, no other quarterback who's done as much as Dak. Please, stop it. Stop. Because Dak has done nothing.
Joe Burrow's
been to a Super Bowl.
Lamar Jackson has 2 MVPs.
Stop it. I mean,
Josh Allen's better. I don't know that he's done. I mean, he's been further.
But these guys just
they've
constantly.
been the same. But still, he's better than Dak.
Chris, he led the Bills to the leading touchdown before the last 12 seconds when the defense gave it up. You remember they were behind. Right. He led them to that touchdown to set it up where he could have been going to the Super Bowl. But anyway, my point is, Dak hasn't done enough to deserve a $60 million a year contract. I don't care if he's next man up, and that's how it's been going. Pay the people, not the position. Pay the people, not the position. That's what the Dallas Cowboys should do.
I hear you. I agree with essentially your main point, but I obviously, and I think you do it in a different tone. But if I'm the Cowboys, Rob, I am sitting down with Dak and saying, look, Dak, we got to pay Micah. I'm sure you want Micah back. We got to pay CD. I know you want CD back. He's your number one target. And we need to improve. Dak, you had a great regular season. But what's going to make you an immortal, at least with the Cowboys, is a Super Bowl. We can't win a Super Bowl without these guys. We can't keep these guys if you're making $60 million. I'm trying to appeal to him. Now, Dak, we think you're our guy. We love you. We want you to be our quarterback going forward. And we also understand that look, what you don't make from us, you will make up off the field because you're the Dallas Cowboys quarterback.
He's on every commercial, Chris.
Right. And I try to appeal to, and I'm like, Rob, I'm not going to insult him. I'll give him 52, something in that range. I'm not trying to, give us, 37, 40, something like that. But that's what I'm going to try to do. And look, if you're Dak, Rob, you know how it works. You might even do this if you were in Dak's shoes. If you're Dak, you got every right to go for every penny you want.
Yeah,
but
I'm not saying he can't ask for it. I'm just telling the Cowboys don't give it to him. I'd never tell a guy he can't ask for it, Chris.
Yeah, I'm just saying I think Dak, now people might say I'm wrong. But look, either way, I mean, nothing you can do with 60 million you can't do with 52. So Dak should realize, I'll give him a little discount because I love being a Cowboy. I understand I do get the benefits I get. Rob, I've said it before. When I was at ESPN years ago, I could have went somewhere. I don't know if I think it might have been my third contract with them. I could have went somewhere else and made more money, but I would not have had the exposure and everything that I had on ESPN. Plus, I liked what I was doing. And so I stayed at ESPN and making less money. And so I think if Dak really loves being a Cowboy, if he really loves being the face of America's team, then I think he should be willing to take a little haircut. Again, nothing insulting, but a little haircut. Also, it's hard for people to do this, but maybe looking in the mirror and saying, you know what, I didn't deliver. And so I think that now people might think that's Pollyannish, right? But
Chris, that's
Dak kind
Pollyannish.
of does. Like I said, I spoke from my experience. But Dak,
yeah, but I would say you're not the norm. I do not.
Well,
think
Tom Brady did it all the time.
Yeah, but he had a wife who was making $1 gazillion at home.
But come on, it wasn't. I mean, man, they got so much
more
money.
than him.
I know, but that even if his wife was penniless, he still was making enough money where it didn't matter. And so that's my point. Like I was making good money either way. And so I'm just saying, Dak now look, maybe Dak's like, I got them between a rock and a hard place, right? Because here's where I think you and I disagree. I think they got to bring Dak back.
I don't think they have to bring Dak back. I know Chris financially.
You must have seen some video of Trey Lance that I ain't see.
No, it ain't even that. It ain't even that. What's the difference? I mean, what's really the difference
between Trey Lance and Dak?
No, the idea of having Dak there. You haven't won anything. You haven't done anything that's so special.
But he is still a very good quarterback. You would admit that, right?
I say that, but really, Chris.
I mean,
at this point,
won the Super
I would
Bowl
take the unknown over the known. The known is this guy can't get it done when it matters. That's the known. The unknown is. I don't know. I might bring somebody in, and he might be Brock Purdy. He might be who else out of nowhere, a quarterback. He might be Jordan Love's first year. He might be Patrick Mahomes' first year as a starter. I don't know. I don't know, but I do know what Dak is.
Oh, wow. I mean, it's tough. You're right, because I'm taking the cautious approach of I know what we have. He's not Mahomes. He's not Burrow. But he's really good. And I think we can get there with him. And your approach is legitimate because you're right. I mean, you don't know what one of these guys might be, especially when you have that type of talent around them.
You just don't know. What if he just utilizes all those weapons, Chris, that are available?
Right, but he could be a bust. And then you could go another 4 or 5 years, you know what I mean, without a good quarterback.